the drugs begin to take hold.
You're either in or you're out. Right now.
I want to gamble.
I never want to hear those words out of your mouth again.
Gambling is not your problem.
Has anybody ever told you before you're bad luck?
Most gamblers, when they go to gamble, they go to win.
Those were my mother's dying words.
When we go to gamble, we go to lose. Show me the money.
Let's get out of here, man.
Show you the money.
Honestly, like, let's just go. Let's go to Vegas.
Jerry, I want you to say what you would mean it, bro. Show me the money!
It's the Sports Memory Vegas pregame show.
Happy Sunday, boys. It's been a week since football. How are you guys hanging?
It's a depressing Sunday, man.
I know. Talking about depressing, do you guys got any thoughts or words for me picking against Brady for a fourth time?
A lot of ha-ha-has. You hated it since the moment he arrived.
I did. I think that's more probably my bias against Brady than my actually gambling smarts. But how'd you guys do last Sunday? Since everyone knows how poorly I did.
Fantastic. I pretty much hit every single prop. Couldn't hit a final score prop because, like pretty much everyone else, I didn't anticipate a 9 being a final digit. Leonard Fournette had himself a day. Should have won MVP, in my opinion. Not just because I took him at 17-1. Just because I took him at 17-1. But anytime touchdown over 50 yards, over carries, over the longest carry, Gronk. Anytime touchdown, I had him as first touchdown for the Bucs. All the main props were hitting, man.
Did any of you guys have AB touchdown?
No,
I did.
Yeah, I thought so. Man,
yeah, what?
I was on the show and
have?
I was on the show shitting both Gronk and AB and picking against Brady. Why am I still doing this, guys? This is getting embarrassing at this point.
I think my favorite non-play of the Super Bowl was JC had sent me an article snippet he was working on, and the first thing that he said was, my favorite prop of the day is plus 750 that there will be a streaker. First thing we see.
One person has to do it. It's controllable income. It's in Florida. Come on.
Yeah. Slam dunk. JC, you also nailed the Gatorade too.
Told you. I knew it was going to be orange for his Chiefs, but Brady controls the Gatorade, and he always likes blue in New England.
Yeah, if you guys followed JC and Marcus, you guys made some money last Sunday. JC, any of your lineups do well? Do you have a combo?
We had a couple pretty good ones. Tyreek Hill killed me a little bit, and then I would have won a lot of money if Ronald Jones would just got that goal line carry in for a touchdown. But other than that, did pretty well, cashed in most of my lineups.
Yeah. Cool. Marcus, any other ones that you remember?
No, that's pretty much it as far as active things go. But I know that obviously we're all going to be anxiously waiting the draft, which is going to be the next big play. But I think let's talk about the future, some things that we like, some early odds.
Well, I think JC's ready to break some news, right? JC, do you have some big news for the listeners?
Carson Wentz will be traded to the Bears or the Colts. One of the two.
Oh, so committed. So committed are you, Mr. Schefter?
But I like them both. Both.
Yes. We did cover Wentz on the Sports Memory podcast that we recorded last Wednesday and dropped on Friday. So if you want to check out that more in detail, check out the podcast that we did at everywhere you can find podcasts, Spotify, Apple, SoundCloud, etc. But yeah, Marcus, let's get into some futures because you mentioned in prep for this that at this time last year, what was Buccaneers Super Bowl winner going for?
I think Tampa was up right around 20 or 24-1, maybe. I think they were 20-1. When they signed Brady, they dropped right down to 12. And right now, I think you said they're sitting at 9-1.
Yeah.
10-1. See,
10-1,
me personally, I hate these bets. I like quick returns. I don't like to stick around. It's just so long to have that much money sitting out. I'm I'm not a big fan of Wentz either, there, Bobby. But there's obviously really good value because I think the Chiefs going into this season were plus 3-1. So if you're obviously repeating is hard as hell, but 9-1 is great value there.
Yeah, I think I would have thought you would have loved the futures, just simply how big these numbers are. You know, I know you get caught up in the big numbers, and again, there's some significant high 3, mid to low 4-digit plus odds here with some of these future plays.
Okay, now let me just retract. I don't like spending big dollars on long time returns because we talked about one of my favorite teams. They're going to be worth $10 or $20 for me, who I think is very likely to win the AFC West next year, and that'll be the Los Angeles Superchargers, baby.
Yeah. I mean, right now, for a team future, you can get the Chargers at plus 525 to win that division, which again is pretty phenomenal value.
I like them Super Bowl winners as my that's my fun
Super Bowl winner. Yeah, okay, that's 31-1 right now, people. 31-1 to win the Super Bowl with the Los Angeles Superchargers. Are there any Super Bowl winners you like, JC?
I'm just kind of looking at some of the odds here. I like the Rams. I kind of like the whole NFC West. The Rams don't have the best odds, but the Seahawks are like plus 2,500, right around the same as the Steelers. The Cardinals have about the same odds as the Patriots. You never know if Kyler Murray is going to turn it on next year, and so I kind of like that division.
Don't talk Arizona. Marcus might get a little excited.
I know. We both love Kyler. I think it's going to happen, even though Patrick Peterson's probably gone. But that should be a really fun division. I think the Super Bowl NFC contender comes out of that division next year.
I'm still holding out hope that Deshaun Watson gets traded. And I think anywhere, I still think Miami has the best value. But if you want to throw $10-20 at the Dolphins or the Jets right now are plus 8,000. Who knows? New team, Deshaun, anything could happen. But seriously, Miami at plus 2,500. They were a Super Bowl team, or they were a playoff team this year. I think we're all big Brian Flores fans, and if they can just get a quarterback, I think this team vaults right up there to the upper echelon. And being able to lock them in at plus 2,500 is a future bet I'm making, despite JC you saying before this that the Dolphins will never win a Super Bowl.
Nope.
Truth be told, I strongly feel that the Chargers and Dolphins will be the face of the AFC for the next 10 years to come. But I was just calculating that Jets Super Bowl bet. So I think if you place $10 at 80-1 odds, that by the end of the season you'll lose $10, right?
There we go. Or win 800. Either or. Let's jump into right. Throw that. Just burn it. Just like $10 on fire. Regular season MVP. Again, I have a bet that I love. But Marcus, you poo-pooed it. I love Tom Brady at plus 1,600 to win MVP, but your mind, Brady's never been an MVP guy. Kind of talk me out of betting Tom Brady Super Bowl or MVP winner at 17-1.
It's a stats driven league. But also it's winning. So he has to throw 45, 50 touchdowns. And he's got to have kind of a mildly mediocre defense to allow him to keep throwing those numbers up. And that's really the sole reasoning. And that's just how they do the MVP voting, man. He's obviously great. He does what he needs to, but as far as putting the statistics up to get that title, it hasn't happened since Moss was there.
Yeah. All right. You talked me out of it. You saved me $10. But JC, you brought up two teams that have MVP candidates as well. What do you think of Matt Stafford at plus 1,500 or Kyler Murray at plus 1,800?
I would like Kyler Murray a little bit more. I think Stafford has a good year, and he takes that whole team to a next level from an offensive standpoint. But like Mark said, it's a stats-driven league, stats-driven award. I don't think he quite gets there. So I like Kyler Murray and a kind of a dark horse. I don't know if it's even a dark horse, but Dak Prescott, comeback player of the year and potentially MVP candidate.
Interesting. Yeah, you just have no idea how floppy ankle is going to handle. Cool. Any other futures you guys want to talk about, or should we move into
I have one.
a couple other sports?
A little out of left field, but I have one for you guys. And it's a question for both of you. Actually, two questions. Number one, is J.J. Watt a Hall of Famer?
Right now, no. But I'm going to steal this from the PTI guys. Reggie White moved from Philly to Green Bay at the same exact age, and almost everyone remembers him from his time in Green Bay. Went to a few Super Bowls. So I still think J.J. Watt still has a lot left in him, and I don't. And if he goes to the right team, I think he certainly can put himself into Hall of Fame consideration. But if he retired today, I don't think he's a Hall of Fame player.
I'd put him in. I mean, it sucks, but they're also weighing in a lot of off the field accolades in your Hall of Fame votes, and that's just absolutely true. The stats are there. Great player, dominant player. We're talking multiple defensive MVPs. Yeah, he's in.
So that being said, Marcus, is Antonio Brown a Hall of Famer?
Yes, I know. He is, and I hate it. But I mean, he's so good. I'm still gonna hate him forever because of see you next Tuesday. But yeah, he's definitely in there. And honestly, if he wasn't such an idiot and stayed in Pittsburgh, he would have. He probably would have shattered all of Jerry Rice's records. That's how good he is. Yeah. And now he's got the Super Bowl to slide in there. But hopefully the off the field antics outweigh his on the field performance, and they blackball him like they did T.O. there for a while. I mean, if Pete Rose can't get into the Hall of Fame, AB doesn't deserve it. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I mean, I've never had my feelings for a player in any sport change like it did for Antonio Brown. I went from loving that guy to hating him almost in one calendar year. It was pretty quick heel turn for Mr. Big Chest. So, obviously, so we're definitely going to be hammering the draft as we get a little bit closer. Those odds are going to come out. JC, he reads more into the draft than he did the Bible. But I think that's pretty much all three of us. I think I just know the Holy Bible, and it's about it.
If the Steelers draft a running back in the first, I'm going to lose my mind.
I'm going to love it.
Only if it's Najee.
God, they're going to take at the end. They're going to reach, and I'm going to punch myself in the face.
But other than that, we'll be covering the draft. We're going to keep bringing new content from all the sports because we do love betting. And right now, what I've got going on is hockey. And I know, Brandon, you had a pretty fantastic evening last night.
I did.
I got a nice phone call from you. And Spud actually agrees with you there, Brandon. But
despite being awful on football and everything Tom Brady related, I've been pretty money on a lot of other sports, specifically like you said, hockey. Again, I've been winning on so many hockey overs. I've been riding Tampa, I just been crushing Tampa money line over and over again, and that's turned out very, very well for me so far today. I've been a little hot and cold with college basketball, but also I think I have my lock of the day. Did any of you guys have any plays for today?
I've actually got only one. I really don't bet basketball too much, so I'm not super in tune with a lot of the fine details of that. There's only 2 games in hockey today. Pittsburgh's got the Caps. I hate the Caps, but the Pens have been fantastically scary to bet this season. The over hits more often than it doesn't, but the Pens they're going into overtime at roughly 65% of their games, which is an insane number. But the game that I like today is Colorado Vegas. Vegas is awesome, man. They're playing really good. I know, and Pens are looking for Fleury. Fleury's still playing his dick off, but the big number here is Colorado hasn't played since February 2nd. Both really good teams with really good goaltending. I'm taking the under 6 here.
Unders are for pussies. It's literally in our intro video. What are you doing?
They are, but you gotta bet where the money takes you. So. And Vegas should win, but for me, I don't like teams that play back-to-back evenings. Kind of Colorado's 10 days off kind of way, 12 days off balances that, but I take the under there for that game.
Yeah, for me today, my lock of the day is in the NBA, and it's out west. You're going to have to stay up late to get it. But it is the Memphis Grizzlies at the Sacramento Kings. The Memphis Grizzlies have 5 players out with injury, and the Kings are actually plus money. So I got it at plus 122. My lock of the day there, the Sacramento Kings. Both teams are really, really bad. Memphis, when they're healthy, they got talent, but they're just riddled with injuries right now. And Vegas, for some reason, hasn't adjusted. So my lock of the day is Kings money line at plus money today. JC, you got anything?
Yeah, I like the Kings bet. They can put up points in a hurry. They can play fast, so that's definitely a game they could take advantage of. I wanted to shout out to Spud, since he's listening, for being a Raiders fan and having Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, and Antonio Brown on their all-time roster. So shout out to the Raiders. But I do like a college basketball game today. I like Wisconsin over Michigan.
Yeah, is that because Michigan just hasn't played basketball since the Fab Five? They're kind of following Marcus's thing. Is they've been off for like 20 days because of Michigan, the state of Michigan's court-ordered stay. So
yeah, it's going to be tough. The line is kind of weird. Neither one have great odds, but Wisconsin's all about defense. They're sitting at home. It's a big game for them. I think they get up for this one and take it.
Absolutely, yeah. No, that's again. The crazy stat, the starting age of Wisconsin basketball is older than the starting age of the Chicago Bulls. That is a fact. The Wisconsin Badgers have 2 guys that are 24 years old on their starting roster in college basketball. That's absolutely absurd. One other thing I wanted to cover, I haven't bet on golf since the summer when there were no sports. But I love Jordan Spieth. He's probably my favorite golfer going right now. And you get him on some websites at plus 200. So I will be on my couch waiting for Caps Penguins and checking in a little bit of golf today.
Yeah, plus 200 with the lead is pretty solid. But I think you have to get those bets in now if they haven't been in, right?
Yeah. They close an hour before. So you got about 20, 30 more minutes.
Gotcha.
Before they tee off. But all right, boys, fun again. People go out and make money. Bet on the Kings. Bet on under in hockey, which I had a hard time saying that because I vehemently disagree. Tell Stoney I said what up in the background. Looking sexy as always.
Oh, yeah.
All right, boys, until next time, everyone go make some money and have a great time.
Adios.
See ya.